What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. Gosh, this week has probably been one of my most favorite weeks, especially in the past few months with everything that is going on with AMC stock. One thing I want to highlight today, if you have not been watching the House Committee of Financial Services, it is their third virtual meeting. It is named GameStop: Who Wins and Loses When Short Sellers, Social Media, and Retail Investors All Collide. It goes over basically expanding on some of the transparency that is needed in order to have the credibility of the United States markets. I talked about in my last video what is at risk if nothing is done about this. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here, guys. Go check it out. It is a very, very good video talking about the importance of the SEC taking action for the entire market and economy. But in this hearing, they are literally talking about some of the small fines that the SEC has issued, how really they haven't done their job when it comes to ensuring that these hedge funds, these institutions, these market makers are transparent and are following all of the rules that were made in order to make our markets fair to everyone. Okay, you have Gary Gensler in there, which is, he has been a rule follower. He's been slapping the stick around a little bit. If you haven't had a chance, guys, pop over to it. We'll jump into it real quick, and then I'm going to get into everything I want to talk about in this video. But it's being live streamed on YouTube. I've been in and out of it all day. I've been on, talking with the guys in the group, which if you are interested, guys, private group link is in the description. We've got hundreds of members that talk stocks and strategies all day long. We're absolutely crushing it over there, especially some guys on the crypto side, really, really crushing it. We were talking a little bit. I was on a couple calls, but I've been bouncing in and out. And it's just like everything you hear is not only positive news for us as AMC holders, but also for us, as a lot of people that watch this channel are young investors. So, but let's get into the video, guys. We're going to pop over to the charts real quick. It's just crazy. I swear, for the last, 6-7 days now, every single day opens up the same. 4 o'clock in the morning, pre-market, you got that spike coming up. The second market opens, just insane short selling, really, really beating the price down. And it's continued. One good thing, we broke a hair below that support, but we're still maintaining above that 908 level of support. Bounced off at 1, 2, now 3 for the 4th time. Haven't really been able to break through that, which is good. I do want to point this out, guys, that volume is insanely low. You could see the volume yesterday, 15 million. I was even looking at the short volume ratio of 38%, which is insane. That's also just because there's no volume, which means nobody is selling. We're not giving up our positions. We have not been able, us as retail investors have not been able to add to our positions the same amount of volume as we have in the weeks and months prior, naturally, as all of our funds, and all of our capital is dumped into the stock. There's only so much capital that gets to free up because we all have bills to pay, and we all can't work 80, 90 hours a week to take that extra money to pump it into AMC as much as many of us would like to. But it just shows that nobody's selling. Couple of things of good news that are spiked. There is a lot of media attention that is starting to change their roles, talking about bullish, and positive news catalysts for the AMC's earnings. Now, we know that the revenues are going to be smashed, their EPS are going to be smashed. They're not expected to run in the positive, I think, all the way maybe until 2024 because of everything that happened, and that's fine. But as long as the expectations can be a little bit ahead or they're not missed nearly as much, and their future outlook is of positive news, that's going to help with this stock. There's a lot of options volume coming in for tomorrow's $9.50 and $10 call. I was also looking at bar chart. Their open change in open interest. If you look right here, I've highlighted it's the 9:50 call expiring tomorrow. Which I think is a little bit quick to get into, guys. If you want to learn more about call options, like I said, join the group because we've got a ton of information over there for you on that one. However, there's still a lot of interest coming in on that. Next thing I want to talk about too is this article right here talking about AMC, talking about their earnings. One thing I want to point out to you guys most is this right here. 9 out of 15 brokerages covering the company rate the shares a buy or a strong buy. This goes into just talking a little bit more about what is expected to happen. It's going to be a loss. Like I said, their forecast loss is a little bit different. However, it's improving. And I did say this, guys, it's not expected to post positive earnings until 2024. But the short-term outlook is greater because their revenue curve has expanded much higher than they expected since the reopening, which isn't even fully happened as of yet. Next thing, guys, I do want to point this out to you. If you jump over here and look at the 13Fs, we're continuously seeing more and more buying action coming in. I literally just looked at this, and this just came in. It is the 6th as we're looking at this. You had Bank of Nova Scotia add 43,000 shares. All of these small ones continuing to add. Okay, a couple days ago, 57,000 shares added. There aren't any sellers. All of this red is just 0 shares. It's just another clarification that their positions are 100% closed out. So, guys, I am happy and I am excited for what is happening, and not only finally on the SEC side, but the fact that, they talked, yesterday or a couple days ago when I had said to you guys that they postponed the shareholders meeting. There was a little bit of speculation on it. I didn't even catch it right away when Adam Aaron had posted there were millions of shareholders, and then he pumped out saying that there was over 3 million shareholders, which really just goes to show you, I owned thousands of shares myself. Goes to show you that the average person owning just a few hundred shares were way ahead of the game. This is not probably not going to be cleaned up very quickly. The hedge funds are going to go down with the hardest fight of their lives. Okay, and some of these other trading platforms, which I had already said to you guys, I recommend you getting off of Robinhood. It's mere or less of a paper, okay, a paper transcript. They're not actually sourcing proper shares, okay? They're not regulated like these big banks are, and they don't hold to the same standards as these other big banks and brokerages like Merrill Lynch, Charles Schwab, Fidelity. They all have their issues. I get that, but Robinhood is a totally different section, and it's going to take a little bit of while for this to kind of wrap up, but this is really the beginning. This is where the ball gets rolling. And just remember, guys, if you are holding, don't even look at that price, because it's completely irrelevant as of now. So that's it for this video, guys. I'll keep you posted, and I'll see you in the next one.